Diego and Steve to throw first. Hang on. Best of order, please.
Welcome to this throwback video from 3 years ago, and it was filmed at St Peter's Social Club at Bishopsford Road in Morden in December 2017. And it seemed like a good opportunity to go back and revisit this pairs final, which was filmed that day, because one of the players, Joe Davis, who you've just seen throw there, has actually qualified for the World Youth Final. And there's some other familiar names here and familiar faces that you should recognise. And that's Brazil's Diogo Portela, who's just queuing up now. Steve Ferguson, who has been a regular on the Challenge Tour for a couple of years in recent times. And James Stephenson, of course, who'll be well known in Sussex dart circles. Works very hard behind the scenes as well as his playing. So it's great to be able to revisit this final. Never did get round to doing the commentary at the time.
140.
And that's Bradley Smith, who's on the calling duties. A bit more information about the venue this is being played in. Unfortunately, it isn't actually around for darts anymore. It's now back in the ownership of the church, I believe, which is next door. So sadly, no longer used for darts. And these are good darts from Diogo Portela. And this was filmed for just a couple of weeks after Portela made his World Championship debut. If you remember, that was against Peter Wright, and he won a set at the Ali Pali. And he partnered with Ferguson in this final just a couple of weeks later to keep his eye in ahead of Q School. It's often around December, isn't it, that players start to up the ante in terms of their Q School preparations. So 48 for Portela, wants double 16. Needs to adjust for double 8. And gets it as well, so takes the early lead in this finale. Well, Joe Davis has just recently, of course, qualified for the World Youth Final. He's been ticking along in the years since this was filmed, so I think he would have been 20 when this was filmed. More good darts here from Portela. Really found his eye in at this stage, didn't he? But yes, Davis played so well to reach that World Youth Final. Backed now by Tom Cousins of TCL Management. And he'll line up for that in November
26
against Bradley Brooks. And he did also reach the televised stages of the World Masters, the last ever World Masters, we think, by the time this is filmed. Yes, so he does have some TV experience, so that will help him as he goes into that, which is of course, the biggest match of his life. And a bit more information about James Stephenson, who also throwing well here. Stephenson, as I say, works very hard behind the scenes in Sussex darts, but also is the former pairs partner of Rob Cross, which is not a bad partner to have. Some great darts there from Fergie as he piles in a 180.
57.
Yeah, so after Rob Cross won his World Championship, the news article that people love to see, or that people really took notice of, was the £7 pairs event that Rob Cross And Stephenson won. Here's some good darts from him. Fantastic. Right on cue. Gets them down to 49. And they will have a chance at that.
83. Joey require 49.
So 17 or 9 then for Davis. Looks like the 17. Double 16. Decent marker.
25.
Not happy with that one.
Diogo, you require 29.
And a chance to steal for Portela wants double 8. And that dart for the single 13 is blocking it, isn't it? But can't make the adjustment. It's been a really good standard so far in this match. Good marker for double 12. Nails it. And it's 1 apiece. And they're playing 6-0-1 here as opposed to 5-0-1, just to extend the format slightly. And it's the first to 4 legs for the victory. Always nice to see pairs events played at events such as this. It's becoming more of a rarity nowadays. You only really see it on the PDC circuit in the World Cup, which of course Diogo has played in for the last 3 years for Brazil.
80.
And Diogo would play at 2 more World Championships, of course, after this was filmed in 2019 and 2020. Still chasing his first win, but did pick up a Challenge Tour win in the years preceding this, and played at the UK Open on the televised stages in a cracking game against Jamie Hughes. And his partner Steve Ferguson,
60.
he had a great run, Fergie, on the Challenge Tour, which involved a whitewash win over Andy Bolton actually at one point. And they are looking very strong in this third leg, down to 42. Lots of time on their side.
85. Steve require 42.
So 10 or 6. Double 16. Ooh, thought he was there. Started walking. But makes the adjustment.
24.
And just in the double 7. But plenty of time on their side for Diogo to mop up. Stephenson hoping to get down to a finish, which he should do now.
140.
So Portela for double 9. No, so he does switch, does split it rather for double 8. Good decision. Good decision. That is a 20 dart leg over 6-0-1, which is pretty good going. And they take the lead once again.
58.
Yes, as looking at this video from a few years ago, it is a shame to think that this venue isn't going to be used for darts ever again. Such a staple of the dart circuit in the sort of South London, Surrey region. Opens held and organised by Liz Fletcher-Wright and team. And latterly by Lisa Munt, of course. Well, this leg looks a lot closer.
60.
Portela and Ferguson with the slight advantage after 9 legs, but there's some good dancing coming from Stephenson.
140.
And that was just when they needed it. Very close indeed then, just the 1 point in it. Great technique from all 4 of them, you have to say. And it's Davis and Stephenson that are down to a finish first. Portela will be looking to set them up here.
95.
Couldn't get the second big treble, but does put the pressure on this 158. That's a long way off for Stephenson, desperately looking for a treble here.
58.
Does at least square it off for Davis if he gets the chance, because 124 is gettable. Treble 18 now for Fergie. Can't get there.
63.
So 100 then for Davis. Very doable. Wants the treble. Might go tops now. Oh, he does get the treble. So double 10. Well, that's lovely. What a lovely finish. Very good going. And Diogo's straight up to the oche to kick us off in this 5th leg. Closely fought contest so far. If I remember rightly, I think the order of play this evening went semi-final, semi-final, pairs final, singles final. So the 4 of them had waited very patiently up until this point for this match to take place. And I think it went pairs first and then the singles tournament. So certainly a good day's darts. Both pairs have certainly settled down into the rhythm of this.
93.
Timely treble with Davis's 3rd dart. That means it's just 7 points the difference. Fergie loading it up here. Great stuff from him. Timely. And doesn't look like Stephenson can apply much pressure, but does get a treble with his last dart. So Portela looking to set this up. That's a nice second one.
134.
Fantastic last dart as well. They're in the box seat here to go within 1 leg of the title.
59. 43.
So choices here. So 3 you would think. 4 tops for a 17 dart leg. He'll take an 18. Well, great stuff. So we've had a 21, a 20 and an 18 dart leg over 601. Not bad. And that's why the average is so high, isn't it? At 29.96. This is a 27.49. 3 maximums
96.
to their name, and 2 for Fergie and 1 for Diogo.
60.
But Davis and Stephenson, it is their throw. This match has gone on throw so far.
30.
So just the 30 there. So is that a chance for Ferguson to potentially take advantage of? And he can't. Just grimaces there because he knows that was a chance, and they're having a laugh about it now. But Davis will look to re-establish order, and he does with that treble 19. Diogo also can't find the treble, but he does with his third. So Davis and Stephenson still with a good chance here of levelling up. Ferguson just taking note of the score. We'll see that they're roughly 100 points back. One treble would do. Well, it's been a quieter leg scoring wise for both pairs.
60.
Yes, trouble's eluding both teams here.
60.
Yes, it's who's going to be able to hit a treble here will set things up.
59.
Still roughly 100 points the advantage before these.
93.
And there is a well-found treble from Ferguson. Very close once again. Pressure on Davis here.
45.
And yes, he will be disappointed not to have made a bigger indentation there, because that's a great first dart from Diogo.
105. James Ripper, 155.
And gets them down to a 2-dart combination. 155 needed for Stephenson. This is on. Wanted the treble 19. That would have left double 18. But can still set it up here. 97's not a gimme.
70.
Wanted treble 18, but
97.
was some way off. So this is for the title. Treble 19 needed. We'll switch to the 18s. Can't get there, so we'll just
57.
leave tops and hope that the 85 doesn't go. This is to keep them in this contest and force a decider. 16, you feel, which will leave the bull.
47.
Not to be. So tops then for the title. For Portela, double 10. Good mark on that one.
30.
So close. So close. But just came inside. Will he go straight at it, Stephenson? He does. He does. He does level up. It's a good dart. 3-all. And we go into a decider. It's been a good game. It's been on throw and played in a great spirit. You can see when the players aren't throwing, they're exchanging a few jokes, so that's always nice to see. But both teams would love to win this. And I don't have much memory of this game, actually. I know I'm commentating 3 years after the fact, but it's always nice to go back and revisit these. Now, unfortunately, someone knocked the camera, so that's me adjusting it, I think, at the time. Thankfully, I rescued it, which is good. I don't remember that happening, I have to say. Good darts here from Portela.
99.
Just gives them the slight advantage. Davis and Stephenson breathing down their necks.
100.
Well, it's very close as both teams try and get over the line.
55.
Could that be an opening for Stephenson? That's a good marker to try and find the treble. Stays there, makes the adjustment. Yes, trebles are like gold dust, aren't they, in last leg deciders. There's one for Portela. I'd love to follow it in with another one. Can't split them, can you? Here's Davis hoping to make a good indentation, but can't quite. 17 points the difference after 15 darts. Good switch from Fergie. Gets them down to 170. Good counting. Stephenson hoping to join them on a finish. So it is actually 6 darts here for Portela and Ferguson. Could do with a treble. Can't quite find one. Not the score we would have hoped for. So still a chance here for the Sussex pairing. Well, Davis and Stephenson down to 126. 139 needed for Ferguson and Portela, and that's actually 231s in a row, isn't it, for Portela and Ferguson? So treble 19 here would leave the bullseye. Well, that leaves 100, so treble 20, what Stephenson was after, but both teams just faltering before the finish line here, but 88 left for Portela.
82. Check. 84.
Yep, does leave double 12. If the 95 doesn't go for Davis, so which route will he go? Wanted the bullseye there, so 78.
55.
Couldn't find the treble, so they just have to hope now that Ferguson can't take out the double 12 for the title. Just composes himself. Wants double 6 just on the edge of the screen. And he does get it. He does get it in the end. Great match, played in a great spirit. Nice to be able to revisit that one once again all these years later. And there is Liz Fletcher-Wright actually ready to do the presentations. Thank you very much for watching.